about the settings on WordPress, and we're going to go through them together so that you can see exactly what they are for. So I have a logo on here, so since I have a logo in my customizer, I didn't put my title or my tagline, so that's why it didn't show up here. But this is your actual website URLs, and you want to make sure those are in there. Your email address, you want to make sure that's in there. Roles, I just leave it at what it's at default, which is usually describer, subscriber. Now look, you're going to want to make sure that your time is correct to what your time is where you live at, and the way you change that is by just simply scrolling up here and going through that until you actually get your timing correct. Okay, so you'll be able to tell what your time is based on that, and then your date as well is going to be based on this factor right here. So that's how you're going to change that time, and you're going to want to figure out where you're at and what day of the week and all that good stuff, and have that set on there. And so you just want to make sure all that's set to English and all that good stuff, and you're going to update. And then what we're going to do from there, and you want to make sure this is all correct. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because if you're going to schedule out posts and you schedule them for a day and a certain time, you want the date to be correct, you want the time to be correct, because whenever you schedule it out, that will not be scheduled out correctly if it's not. So let's go to the next one, writing. The next one, writing, is on, this is a blog, so I just keep it blog standard. This one you don't really have to do anything to. You can remove the ping if you don't want the ping on there. That's up to you, whatever your preferences or desires are. Now, going to reading, I did a video on showing you how to make your post, your blog page, your front page, and all that stuff. So you would just determine what you want your static as your front page or as your post page. It's up to you, however you do that. If it's going to be your actual page, you pick the page here. If it's going to be one of these, then you would pick the one you want here and just leave that as select instead of this one. So that's how you do that, unless you want to have that as your static and then you want to have one show up separately as that page for your post, then you do that. So however you want to set it up is up to you. I leave it like this because I use my categories for my post page, because I have an audio and something written, and I separate them. So I'm just giving you that info for that reason. Whenever something shows up, like on your actual summaries, do you want it to be the full text, or you want it to summarize and then say if you want more, click on it? That's where you would do that right here. And then based on how many you want to show up, that's what would show up. You save those changes. Under discussions, this is just technically all of your settings for your comments, where you want to go through this and determine what you want people to be able to do and not do with your comment settings and all that stuff, and if you want them to go out automatically or approve them and all that good stuff. Media, this is going to tell you what different sizes you want your media to show up as. So you determine how you want your thumbnail, your medium size, and all that good stuff. So permalinks, this is going to be an important one. Okay, I just leave mine the post name, and what I do is I get post name and I put it in here. Now it's important that you use this just like this, because if you don't put this in here, what's going to happen if you come up here, it's going to show you website address, something in between here, and then what your actual title of your page is. When you put this here, it's going to show your website address / then the title page of your actual page that you're showing, and that's going to be much more SEO friendly. So you're going to want to make sure you have this and this actual thing here underneath this actual thing and save it. Okay, so in that opening, put that there and save that is basically what you need to do. Very important. I have something that's called the email share it button. I'm not talking about that today, so because this is just something that's added here for that reason. My audio teachings is added here for that reason. My landing pages goes underneath here, and my old post date remover. So by default is going to be these right here that are under your settings. So that's all we're going to cover, since that's all that's really underneath the settings. So I hope that this has helped you. This has been insightful to you. I want to invite you to come to startupraw.com, subscribe to free updates, go below, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel.